Hey, so the project I'm about to show you was developed by myself and a fellow student named Emmy. What we were working on was a project for Year 3 students. They covered the arts curriculum as well as the technology and design curriculum and health curriculum. So the project we came up with covered the anatomy of a flower. So the three main kind of learning intentions were that the students could name different flowers, they could name the different parts of the flower, and they could name the life cycle of the flower. So the project was kind of split into two different sections. The students could create a poster, or they could create a PowerPoint, they could do some drawing to their poster, or they could get images of flowers that they had around the garden, or they could Google search some images if that wasn't possible. And they basically had to present a flower, different parts of the flower, name them, explain what they were, and they also had to present images of the different life stages of the flower. Same thing, explain the different stages and how it grows. When I was doing this assignment, I added an element that I had not really worked with before, which was stop motion, which is where you take successive photos and it creates a moving image. I looked into a few videos on this, and I found an app on my phone called Stop Motion that put it all together for me. It was a really helpful app. This is my first section of my project. So this section is the flower growth cycle. So I've put the different sections of the flower, I've written the names of each one, and obviously for the students they were going to present this to the class, so I can't do that. It would take too long to do now. Yeah, I've labelled the different sections. So this is the flower parts. So this is me labelling the different parts of the sunflower, the seeds, the roots, that kind of thing. So that's just the general flower parts. So I decided to go with the poster, but the assignment you could do a PowerPoint, that kind of thing. So this is the rubric that we've designed to help mark the assignments. So I've compared this rubric to my assignment, and I actually had a few surprises. The first two sections I feel like were pretty stock standard. The first one says I explained every stage of how a flower grows. I didn't really explain it because I didn't get to present, but I labelled every stage of the growth that would have covered in the unit. Same thing with the second part. It says I showed and explained every part of the flower. I didn't explain because of the presentation, but I did label each part of the flower, just the basic parts, and we were just covering basic areas in this unit. The naming of the flowers is where I kind of had a bit of trouble. I didn't even realise that I forgot to write sunflower on my first part, of the assignment, the first page. Second page I did write sunflower, but I didn't label the flower in the first page, so I had to mark myself down there. And in terms of effort, I put a lot of effort in. I put a lot of effort into that stop motion section, but obviously it didn't turn out how I thought it might. I feel like maybe I could have worked a bit more on editing the stop motion section of the assignment. Yeah. So overall I gave myself 36 out of 40. It would be out of 50, but I cut out the presentation bits. That cut out 10 marks, so 36 out of 40. Overall, I feel I've learnt a lot through this assignment. I mean, just marking my own work with the rubric was really interesting. I thought I would have just got full marks, considering I helped create the assignment. I knew it back to front. But I found areas I could mark myself down on. I forgot to write sunflower on the first page, which kind of shows me how harsh marking can be. And in terms of the whole overall unit, I mean, there's a lot to go through. I really liked, besides the washing the hand dance in the first tutorial, I just liked working with someone else on assignment one. Going back and forth, collaborating was something that I found really enjoyable, considering the lockdown I was in, so didn't have much human interaction.